Hello everybody in YouTube land. Today is January 17th, I think, and it is a beautiful day here in northwest Arkansas. It is almost 60 degrees out here. So I took the opportunity to do some cleanup on the yard and play with the chickens, let them out. Thought I'd take the chance to update you on the chickens. If you remember back in, I believe it was August, I had the chickens out free ranging, and when it was time to lock up the coop, a storm blew in and I didn't come out here and lock them up. So once the storm was over, all my hens were gone. Out of 17 birds, I had 2 left. And they are still here. We had Rufus, which he was just a young boy at the time, but he survived and he's still here with us. And Rufus is a black Australorp. And then we had this barred rock rooster, which he was just a chick. I wasn't even sure he was a rooster yet, but sure enough, this is Rocky Jr. We just call him Rocky. He survived the storm. And that's the only 2 birds out in the coop that made it. Now we also had, if I can find them, little black hen. Where is she? Oh, there she is. The little black hen that's, well, you can't see her. She's in the back. There she is by herself. That little black hen, I hatched out in the house. And so she was in the brooder. And then there's also, here it is, this young barred rock. It's actually a barred rock cross. This one walking across the screen in front of you. It's a barred rock and Australorp cross. That one was in the brooder. Those 2 there I hatched out in the house, and so of course they're still here. The rest of these birds I picked up at the sale barn. And I imagine they're some kind of crosses, or I'm not sure what they are. But we got a couple black hens, which they're not Australorps because they don't have a single comb. And then we've got the little red hen back there and the little buff hen. And then the red one right in front of you, I don't know if the camera's picking up her feather patterns. She is a beautiful little hen. Anyway, in this coop, we've got 9 hens and then the 2 roosters. Rufus and Rocky grew up together, so they get along fine. I haven't decided to divide them up yet. I may at some point, but right now, they do their job. They get along, and they do very well. Now, we've raised these, or we've kept them throughout the winter, and we do not give them lights. And so for 6 weeks we didn't get any eggs, none whatsoever. If we would put the light out here and make them think that they have extended daylight, they would continue to lay in the winter. But since we don't do that, then we didn't have any eggs during the winter. They are just now starting to lay again. Between the 2 coops of chickens, we're getting about 2 eggs a day right now, and that just started up this past week. And then over here we have the Muscovy ducks, and we ended up with 1 drake and 4 hens. And if you don't know much about Muscovies, they are known as the quackless duck, and they are very quiet ducks. They're also very big ducks. We ended up with that chocolate hen and that chocolate hen, and then these 3 are, I'm not sure what you call that color, but they're black and white, and then when the light sheens on them, you can see green and purples and blues. They're a very beautiful bird, and they get out of the shelter in the little igloo, and they snuggle up, and they all stay warm. We haven't lost a single duck. Actually, we haven't lost a single chicken to the winter. As long as they have a wind block, they're doing good. I had 6 guineas I had 6 guineas, but predators have ended up getting them throughout the winter. This is the only guinea I have left. It's just a little pearl hen. And her being the single one, she really doesn't belong anywhere anymore. We just lost the male a couple days ago. I had a beautiful pair. The male was a real dark purple color, but he's gone, and she's the only guinea left. Let me tell you something, I won't get any more of them guineas. They're a unique looking bird, but they are loud and very obnoxious. And then over here, these guys are out roaming around. These were some more cell barns. We've got the big old rooster over there. He's a Rhode Island red rooster. And then we've got these other hens. Some of them are red sex links, and some of them are just crosses. And you see this little rooster right here? That rooster has 3 hens. These 3 right here. And these are all bannies. They were given to me. I believe I was told that they were game bird and coach and crosses. I'm told these 3 hens will make excellent setters. I try to leave these out of the coop and let them roam around the yard, because they are very good at defending themselves, and they're very good at surviving out in the wild. But as you see, these 3 hens have decided to come in this coop, and they don't even go out to free range. I leave the coop open and they just sit there all day long. They don't do anything. I was hoping that they would decide to roost up in the old hen box, but they're not. Some of you guys have asked what I feed my chickens. For a long time I fed layer crumbles and hen scratch. Most of the hen scratch went to waste. I'm not real sure what they put in it. Milo and some other little grains. They scratch all that out and don't eat it, and then it makes a big mess on the coop floor. So I've switched to layer crumbles and corn chops. The corn helps them stay warm in the winter, and they love it. And if you've paid attention to any of these hens, they are all fat. Let me see if I can show you some of them. My boys, my roosters and my hens, they are just as fat as they can be. They are healthy and warm. They've stayed warm all winter. They huddle up together. A big portion of them like to get up underneath that little roost there, and they'll huddle up there, and then they'll also get in the nest box and they'll huddle up there as well. But every one of these birds are just as fat as can be. Of course, I feed them all that they want in the winter time. They stay cooped up. Just too many predators in the winter time. But on nice days when I'm outside working, then I let them out. I alternate between the 2 coops. The ducks I don't let out. With the creek behind our house, every duck I've let out will fly to that creek, and they're gone. Either something gets them or they don't come back home. So my ducks I don't let out. They stay cooped up all the time. Anyway, guys, that's what I do for my chickens in the winter, and that's what's going on with the chickens for now. Now all these hens and the big red rooster will be going away here in a few months. We're going to start taking 1 or 2 of these at a time, putting them in the freezer. I've ordered new baby chicks. They're supposed to be delivered February 16th. And I ordered all my favorite birds, and then I picked up a new breed to try. We've got barred rocks and Australorps and buff hens, or buff Orpingtons. Those are my favorite 3 birds. So I ordered some more of those. And then this year I ordered some white Orpingtons, some Rhode Island red, and some light Brahmas. Those are some new breeds to me. So we'll raise those up as day-old chicks, and once they're mature enough to come outside, then we'll put them in with the roosters and let them finish growing up, and by summertime we should have some new fresh laying hens at their prime. Once they come in, I'll show you the day-old chicks and we'll watch them grow up together. But until then, thanks for watching. God bless.